As you come into this first shape of virasana, sitting in between your heels, or vajrasana, sitting on your heels, let your palms come onto your lap, and then let your eyes close. And then begin to tune into your breath. And so just focusing on the rise and fall of your breath as it moves in and out of your body. And as you greet your breath, just take a moment to greet your entire body. Just noticing how your body feels this morning. Noticing the quality of your thoughts. And the quality of your heart space and whatever emotions are most present. And then also just tuning into your energetic body. And so being first thing in the morning, perhaps there is a little bit of residue from the quality of your sleep or your dreams. And just noticing for the energetic vibration of the totality of your being. And whatever it is that you brought to your mat this morning, welcome it all. All is welcome. Take one more full, bright breath in. Sit a little taller as you inhale. Keep the length of your spine as you exhale. Then on your next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up overhead, big stretch. And then as you exhale, take your arms out to shoulder height. And then stretch them forward and come onto all fours. If you're sitting on a block, just move it off to the front corner of your mat. With your fingers spread wide, curl your toes under to open up through the soles of your feet. With your arms long and strong, inhale. Let your belly move down to the earth. Draw your heart forward and take your gaze in the direction of your heart. And then exhale, round through your spine. So flex through your spine. Really bring your chin to your chest as you press down through your palms. Two more like that. Inhale, come through cow pose. Tilt your pelvis in an anterior way so that the sitting bones broad and wide apart. And then exhale, fold and round into yourself. So one more. Inhale, come through cow pose. Drawing your heart forward, have your shoulder blades together. And then exhale to round in. So following your breath, full inhale, return to cow pose. And then this time as you exhale, keep your heart moving forward as your hips shift back towards your heels. Slide your fingers a little bit further forward as you move into this extended child's pose. Then inhale, roll and round up, cat pose. As you exhale, cow pose, heart comes forward, sitting bones lift up. Pause here for your breath in, and then exhale, shift your hips back. One more, almost the same. Inhale, roll and round up, chin to chest, flex through your spine. And then as you exhale, extend through your spine, cow pose. Pause here for your breath in. Keep pressing through the inner hands. As you exhale, start to shift your hips back. Let your ears fall in between your arms and then hover your knees. Take a moment to feel the connection through your hands and your feet all the way up into the core of your body. And then slowly begin to extend your legs and make your way into downward facing dog. Stretch as much as you can from your wrists to your hips. Similar to cow pose, find an anterior tilt of your pelvis. So stick your butt up. I mean, I know it's up there, but stick it up even more so that your sitting bones widen apart. And from the lift of your sitting bones, allow your heels to descend down towards the floor. And then see how big you can get the shape of your body. So palms are grounding downwards, hips are lifting upwards, and heels yearning for the earth. So take up as much space as you can with your body. And then take as much space as you can with your breath. So allowing your breath to infuse your body and even beyond the boundary of your skin. 2 more full cycles of your breath here. Keep your gaze steady to one spot, maybe between your feet or up to your belly. And when the eyes are steady, then that helps to slow the mind and it sends a signal to your nervous system to remain calm. So keeping your feet where they are, slowly start to walk your hands towards your feet so that you're all the way at the back of your mat. Maybe your fingertips will be on your sticky mat or palms to shins. Then inhale to lift and lengthen halfway up. Exhale, fold into yourself, release your head. So 2 more like that. Inhale, shine the light of your heart forward as you hug your shoulders back. And then exhale, shine the light back in. 1 more full inhale. And deep exhale. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise to stand. Anchor your tailbone. As you stretch your arms to the sky, remain standing. And as you exhale, cactus out your arms to shoulder height. Draw your shoulders back, root your tailbone down. And then as you inhale, start to curl your heart up. Keep your chin drawing back so the back of your neck is just as long and open as the front of your throat. And stand really steady and clear through your legs, pressing down so that your chest can lift up. Take 1 more full breath. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky, reach up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway up. Exhale, fold back in. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise to stand, put your tailbone down. As you exhale, cactus your arms, tailbone down, lift your heart. Inhale, stretch for the sky. Exhale, bow forward and release. Halfway lift, breathe in. Walk your hands forward to plank pose as you breathe out. Center your shoulders right on top of your wrists and firm the muscles of your legs long and strong. Take a deep inhale. Slowly lower your knees to a hover as you exhale for 3. Exhale, 2. Knees are at a hover when you come to 1. Pause here, breathe in. As you breathe out, right knee to your right upper arm. Inhale, back to your hovering tabletop. Exhale, left knee to left upper arm. Inhale to your hovering tabletop, and then keep going as you follow your breath. Press through the inner edges of your hands. Keep your arms long and strong, and your breath long and strong. The next time that your left knee taps your left upper arm, let that be the last one, and then we'll all meet in that hovering tabletop. Take a big inhale, knees come to the floor as you exhale, keep your toes curled under. Inhale to cow pose, draw your heart forward. As you exhale, send your hips back. Slide your fingers a little bit further forward. Inhale, roll and round all the way up. Squeeze your heels towards your hips. And then as you exhale, lower your hips, but keep your chin to your chest. Then inhale, start to uncurl into cobra pose with your heels hugging in towards your hips. And then we'll take a few breaths here. Actively press through the inner hands, draw your shoulders back. So it's okay to keep a little or maybe even a whole lot of a bend into your elbows. Pull your hands towards your hips and shine your heart forward and gaze in the direction of your heart. Keep squeezing your heels in towards your hips. With your belly to spine, take a deep inhale, flex your feet, exhale. Keep your hips up and your heart forward as you make your way back into that extended child's pose. Inhale, roll and round up through cat pose. As you exhale, cow pose, heart forward, sitting bones lifted. Take an inhale here. Exhale, hips go back. Ears floated between your arms, downward facing dog. Lift your knees and soften your heels down. Take one full bright breath in and a long breath out. On your next inhale, send your right leg high to the sky. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose and round through your spine. Inhale to a three-legged downward facing dog, pause. Exhale, bend your right knee, roll your hips open, and take a few breaths here, still weighting the palms equally. Draw your front ribs in so that there's a fullness in your lower back. One more full bright breath in, and a slow breath out. Inhale, square your hips, draw your right leg long. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose and pause. Look forward as you inhale, step forward as you exhale, lower your back knee to the floor. Then inhale, slowly roll up into Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, cactus your arms, tailbone down. You're welcome to stay at center as you keep pulling your right heel back towards your left knee, and your left knee is pulling forward to your right heel. Drawing your belly in, draw your chin back, breathing there, or begin to curl your heart up. Smooth, easy breath. Keep the inner thighs hugging strongly towards the center so that you feel the aliveness of your legs. Take one more full bright breath in and stay for your breath out. Inhale, straighten your arms. As you exhale, lift your back knee, ribcage to your thigh, swoosh your arm bones back. Keep your torso where you have it, and then inhale, float your arms alongside your ears. Smooth, steady breath. Anchor your tailbone down and get as long as you can from your left heel as it lifts on top of your toes all the way out to your fingertips. Take one more big breath in. As you exhale, take your left fingertips to the floor, right arm up to the sky, and pause here for a few breaths. With every inhale, lengthen the crown of your head forward. As you exhale, keep revolving to the right. So inner thighs are still hugging strongly to the center. Take one more full deep breath in. Twist a little deeper as you breathe out. Crescent pose. Inhale, come all the way up, full stretch. Stay low in your lunge. As you exhale, shift forward. You can take your two blocks underneath your hands as you balance on your right foot. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, Jiva squats, bend your left knee to the back of your right knee. Inhale, fly your left leg high. Exhale to draw in. If you want to challenge your balance, bring your hands to heart. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, draw in. Take the last two as you follow the rhythm of your own breath. Moving slow, just like if you were underwater. So that we're all kind of synchronized swimmers in our own pool. And then the next time that your left leg goes high, pause there. If your hands are at heart center, bring your fingertips to the floor or your hands to your two blocks. Take a deep inhale to lift your chest. As you exhale, hover your left foot beside your right foot. Then inhale, look forward. As you exhale, shoot your leg forward and have a seat. Bring your knees parallel to one another. Keep your right foot on the floor for the moment. And stretch your both arms forward. Draw your shoulders back, take a deep inhale. And then as you exhale, roll all the way down. Send your left leg up to the sky and stretch your arms up overhead. Option one, you're going to keep your right foot to the floor. Option two, you're going to hover your right heel so that your legs are in a big scissor. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, reach your arms on either side of your left foot and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep spinning your inner thighs in towards the midline. We'll call that 1, 2, 3. Get your shoulder blades up off the floor. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, take your hands to the outside of your left foot. And again, 10, 9, 8, 7. See if you can get your left shoulder blade up off the floor. I don't know, we'll call that 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the floor if you're not already there. Big breath in, and then as you exhale, roll all the way forward. Come back into that supported warrior 3, just like nothing happened. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bring your big toes to touch. Fold forward and release. Halfway lift, breathe in. Bow into yourself, breathe out. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise to stand with your tailbone down. As you exhale, cactus your arms, lift your chest. Inhale, stretch for the sky. Exhale, bow forward, touch the earth. Inhale, lift your chest. Pause here as you exhale, step your right leg back, plant your palms. Inhale, three-legged downward facing dog, left leg high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Inhale, three-legged down dog, pause. Exhale, roll your hips open and bend deeply into your left knee. Keep your palms rooting down equally and point your left knee a little higher. Inhale, square your hips, left leg long. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose and pause. Look forward as you inhale. Step forward as you exhale. Lower your back knee down to the floor. Inhale, take your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, cactus out your arms at shoulder height. Draw your elbows back. Then anchor your tailbone down. Draw your chin back so the back of your neck stays long, and then begin to curl your heart up to any degree. And then keep that strong, steady action with your legs. So your left heel is pulling back and your right knee is pulling forward. And then as though you were on a tightrope, the inner thighs hug in so that you can feel for the tone on all 4 sides of your legs. Keep your belly drawing in and up. Take one more full deep breath in. Exhale completely. Inhale, straighten your arms. Exhale, lift your back knee. Float your rib cage to your thigh and your arm bones swoosh back. Look forward. Inhale, float your arms alongside your ears and pause here. So get really earthy down into your left heel. Then lift your right heel so it's on top of your toes, even if you need to take more space in between your legs. Then full inhale to stretch. Exhale, right fingertips to the floor, and then your left arm reaches up to the sky. Roll your right shoulder on your back. And as though there's a magnet between your right shoulder and your left knee, keep hugging in towards the midline. Inhale, the crown of your head draws forward, and as you exhale, keep twisting. Make space for your breath. One more inhale. Keep twisting as you exhale. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise all the way to crescent pose. As you exhale, shift forward to balance on your left leg, hands to your blocks or fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest. As you exhale, bend your right knee to the back of your left knee. Take 4 more as you follow the rhythm of your breath. Again, an option if you want to challenge your balance this morning, bring your hands to your heart center. And again, moving slow and sweet, just like the rhythm of your breath. So your breath is always the guide. And all of the other instructions that you hear, let them be secondary. So you never want to compromise your breath for the sake of the pose, or anything else for that matter. On the next inhale, when your right leg goes high, pause there. Fingertips to the floor, hands to blocks. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hover your right foot beside your left foot. So really pull your right hip up. Inhale, look forward, and then as you exhale, have a seat. Bring your knees parallel to one another and reach your arms forward. Deep breath in, and then slowly roll down as you breathe out. Stretch your arms up overhead. So same options, you can keep your left foot on the floor, or you can hover your heel just above the mat. Spin the inner thighs inwards. Big inhale, stretch your arms overhead, and then exhale, come up for 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your shoulder blades up off the floor. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Think to go up. 10, 9. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, take your arms up overhead. Last part, exhale. Take both arms to the outside of your right foot for 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your right shoulder blade up off the floor. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. If your left leg was straight, step it down onto the floor. Big breath in, and then as you exhale, roll all the way back up into your supported warrior 3. Fingertips to the floor and hands to your blocks. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bring your big toes to touch. Fold forward and release. Halfway lift. Inhale, long spine, long neck. Exhale, fold back in. Rise to stand. Inhale, come all the way up. Anchor your tailbone down. Exhale, cactus your arms and lift your heart. Inhale, stretch for the sky. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift and lengthen, stay on your feet. Exhale, fold back in. Bend your knees. Inhale, the chair pose, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Wiggle your upper arm as high as you can to the outside of your thigh. And then lift your heart so that your hands are right at the center of your chest. We're just here for one more breath. Keep your hands at heart center. Full breath in. Twist deeper as you breathe out. Keep the shape of your pose as you inhale. Look down to the floor. Shift onto your right foot and then hug your left heel up towards your hip. Keep pulling your right hip back. And then slowly start to extend your left leg back. Straighten your left leg. And then step it to the floor so that you're in a deeper side twist. Maybe open up your arms, or you're welcome to take the bind. 2 more breaths. Keep hugging your inner thighs to the midline. On your next inhale, rise all the way up to crescent pose, full stretch. As you exhale, cactus your arms and lift your heart. Inhale, straighten your arms. As you exhale, plant your palms and step to plank pose. Take an inhale breath. Lower your knees to the floor as you exhale. Inhale to cow pose, draw your heart forward. As you exhale, extended child's pose, hips go back. Slide your fingers forward. Inhale, roll and round up to cat pose, squeeze your heels to your hips. Keep your chin to your chest. As you exhale to lower your hips. Then inhale, pull your heart forward, squeeze your heels to your hips. 2 breaths here. Keep your belly to your spine. Hug your shoulders down your back. Squeeze, 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 heels draw in. Take a big breath in. Exhale, flex your feet. Start to send your hips back towards your heels. Downward facing dog, lift your knees and take a pause. Smooth, easy breath. Press down through the inner edges of your hands. Walk your feet a little bit closer towards your hands and bring the mounds of your big toes to touch. So we're going to take 5 little hops, keeping your arms strong and straight. And the idea here is just to get your feet off the floor at the same time. So you might hop all the way up into handstand. That's great. You might just be able to kick your heels to your hips. Also great. So from here, arms stay strong and straight. Inhale, rise to your toes, bend your knees, look forward, and then kick your heels up towards your hips, and make sure that you land with bent knees. I find it helpful to hop on the exhale. And then on your next hop, hop your feet in between your hands and fold in. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale to bow. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise to stand, root your tailbone. Exhale, cactus your arms and lift your heart. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold in. Bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, twist to the left, Parvrita Utkatasana. Lift your heart so that your thumbs arrive right at your heart center, at the breastbone at the sternum. Let your breath swell into your back body. Take one more full inhale. Twist deeper as you exhale. Then as you inhale, look down to the floor, shift the weight onto your left foot, and start to hug your right heel up to your hip. Very slowly, again, like we're all synchronized swimmers, start to stretch your right leg back. Straighten it, and then place it down so that you're in your revolve side lunge. Option to take the arms wide, option to take the bind, option to bring the back knee to the floor. Keep lifting your heart away from your belly as though you were finding up dog or cobra. One more breath. Keep your inner thighs hugging to the midline. Inhale to rise to crescent pose, reach your arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms and lift your chest. Inhale to straighten your arms. Exhale to plank pose. Pause here, take a breath in. Lower your knees to the floor as you breathe out. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, press your hips back. Slide your fingers forward. Inhale, roll and round up. Squeeze your heels to your hips. As you exhale, lower your hips to the floor. Inhale, begin to lift your chest. And I guess I should clarify, when I say lower your hips towards the floor, the pubic bone is not touching the mat. Squeeze your heels in towards your hips and draw your shoulders back. Take one more full deep inhale. Squeeze your heels in as you exhale. From here, inhale to lift your chest, flex your feet. Exhale, move through your extended child's pose. Then lift your knees and make your way to downward facing dog. Pause here, or child's pose, 3 breaths. And as you hold this down dog, use this as an opportunity to check back in with yourself. Are you still here, or where did you go? And maybe that means physically, because I can't see you at home there. But come back. Maybe come back to your mat, come back to your body, come back to your breath. Last cycle here. All right, from here, once again, walk your feet a little bit closer towards your hands and bring your big toes to touch. Keep your arms strong and straight. Inhale, rise to your toes, bend your knees. 3 hops. Exhale, heels to your hips. Keep your arms strong and straight. On your 3rd hop, hop your feet in between your hands. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold back in. Rise to stand. Inhale, come all the way up, full stretch. Exhale, tailbone down, cactus your arms, lift your heart. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hands come down the midline and to your hips. From the top of your mat, keep your right foot where you have it and step your left foot back. Square your hips towards the front of your mat. Then full inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, a few options. You can take your hands behind you to interlock your fingers, or grab a hold of opposite elbow, or to come into reverse prayer. So a lot of options. Keep your hip bones pointing directly forward. Anchor your tailbone down, full inhale, lift your chest, and then as you exhale, let your heart lead the way as you bow and fold. Let the outer edge of your left hip move forward. Pull your belly in and let the weight of your head go. Smooth breath. Keep pressing deeply into the outer edge of your left foot. And as you pull your belly in, use the strength of your core to fold a little deeper. Let your breath wash through your body and let it wash through your mind. Take one more full deep breath in. Fold deeper as you breathe out. As you inhale, lift up halfway. Look forward, shift forward, and then fly forward, warrior three. Anchor your tailbone down and draw your belly in. Smooth breath. Take one more big breath in, and then stay for your breath out. As you inhale, come to stand on your right foot and bend your left knee into your chest. From here, release your bind. Grab a hold either of the front of your knee or grab a hold of your big toe. Inhale, stand tall, and then exhale, send your left leg forward. Draw your left hip down. You can take your right arm out to the side or reach it up overhead, or keep it on your hip. 2 more breaths, not a long hold. Inhale, stand tall. As you exhale, lower your leg and lower your arms. Inhale, press down through your feet, reach your arms to the sky. As you exhale, cactus your arms, tailbone down, lift your heart. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky. Exhale, float your palms down the midline to your hips. Keep your left foot forward and step your right foot back. Square your hips to the front of your mat. Then inhale, reach your arms out to shoulder height. Exhale, take them behind you. If you're interlocking your fingers, place the other thumb on top. If you're holding opposite forearms, take the other forearm on top. Anchor your tailbone down. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, pull. Your left hip moves back as you begin to bow and fold. And then once you're down, release the weight of your head. Let your breath wash through your body. And breathe into the expansiveness of your heart. Keep magnetizing the inner thighs to the midline and squeeze the muscles of your legs on all sides. 2 more breaths. Press down through your feet on your next inhale, belly to spine, lift up until your spine is parallel to the floor. Look forward. Soften into your left knee and then make your way to Virabhadrasana 3 with whichever arm variation you've chosen. Keep your tailbone anchoring down and allow your right inner thigh to spin up towards the sky. 2 more breaths. Hold the pose, but let the breath move. If you wandered away, come back in body or in mind. Inhale, rise to stand, draw your right knee up into your chest. As you exhale, release your arms. Grab a hold of your knee, or grab a hold of your big toe, and then send your leg forward. And take your left arm maybe out to the side, or reach it all the way up. Keep the inner edges of your eyes soft. 2 more breaths. Keep standing tall and proud, lifting the top of your sternum away from your navel. Big inhale, stand tall. As you exhale, let everything come back down. Bring your big toes to touch and bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your heart to your hands. As you exhale, release your arms. Press down through your feet. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky. As you exhale, cactus your arms and lift your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up and rise onto your tippy toes. As you exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Anchor your tailbone down. Keep hugging your outer ankles in and slowly start to let your hips descend to the floor. So if your knees are delicate, feel free, you can use your blocks to kind of help you come down or bring your fingertips onto your sticky mat, it's all good. But eventually come down so that your hips are hovering just above your heels. Hug the outer ankles in and breathe here, option 1. Option 2, open up your knees, plant your palms to the floor, and flex through your spine like cat pose. We've done so many this morning. Hug your knees onto the outsides of your arms or all the way up into your armpits, and then look forward, lift your hips, lean forward, and then fly forward into crow pose, Bakasana. Smooth breath. You can continue to remain on your heels balancing, or on your hands, Bakasana. Breathing, holding here for 3, 2, we're gonna go to 0, 1, and when you come to 0, bring your feet back to the floor, come to balance back onto your heels, and hands to heart center and pause. Stay as you are. I'm just gonna turn to this side. You can keep balancing here. If you need a break, you can always bring your knees to the floor, but keep your toes curled under to open up through the soles of your feet. Option 1 is there, or option 2, with the strength of your core, start to twist to the right. Breathing here, or taking it into side crow pose, Parsvabhakasana. So similar to a revolved chair pose, bring your left upper arm to the outside of your thigh, and then I know it's a bit of a crutch to bring your right hip onto your right elbow. I understand, but eventually it's about the alignment. Eventually nothing is touching your right arm, so your hands are nice and wide. Draw your elbows in, lean your heart forward, and then kick your heels up. Smooth, easy breath. If you have the space, you can scissor your legs wide. I'm not sure that I do because I know my fireplace is right there. But you can kick your right leg forward, left leg back for Kundalini. Keep pressing through the inner hands. If you have your feet on the floor and you're balancing on your toes, keep twisting, twisting, twisting. If your feet are off the floor, bring them back down. And then come back through center, hands to heart center, and pause. Take a deep inhale. And then as you exhale, twist to the left for the other side. Maybe I do have a space. And then from here you can stay. So this is such good work for your core to balance here, and your side muscles, your obliques of the abdominals, they twist, twist, twist you. So this is excellent core work. Or taking the arm balance, take your right arm as high as you can on your left thigh. And then you can stay there. Bypass your left hip, so nothing is touching your left arm. And then lift your hips, lean forward with your heart, and then kick your heels up. And then from there, you can keep the inner feet touching, or start to extend your left leg forward and your right leg back. Smooth breath. One more cycle. If your feet are off the floor, bring them back down. Inhale, come through center. Then as you exhale, bring your knees to the floor, come to stand on your knees and take them hip distance apart. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. As you exhale, keep your arms up, place the tops of your feet to the floor, tailbone down, and cactus your arms. Draw your chin back, full inhale, and then as you exhale, start to arc up. Smooth, easy breath. So you can keep your arms lifted. You can start to squeeze your elbows towards your waist so that your palms then come to your lower back, or you can keep going with your arms and reach back for your heels for camel pose Ustrasana. Keep your mouth closed and breathe deeply through your nose, keeping your hips forward and your heart high. 2 more breaths. With your belly to your spine, if your hands are on your heels, bring them to your lower back. And then inhale, slowly begin to rise up. And then as you exhale, come onto all fours. You may need to walk your knees back a little bit. Curl your toes under. As you exhale, round through your spine, cat pose. Inhale, let your belly move down, draw your heart forward, cow pose. As you exhale, keep your heart forward, press your hips back to that extended child's pose. Slide your hands forward a little more. Let your chin come to your chest. Inhale, savor this one, roll up through cat pose. Squeeze your heels towards your hips, keep your chin to your chest. Then as you exhale, let your hips descend downwards. Inhale, pull your heart forward, keep squeezing, squeezing, squeezing your heels towards your hips. Belly to spine, 2 more breaths. Squeeze your heels in. Take one more big inhale, keep your belly to your spine. Exhale, flex your heels. Heart goes forward and hips go back. Let your ears float in between your arms, lift your knees, downward facing dog, and pause. Take a full deep breath in and a slow breath out. As you inhale, send your right leg high to the sky. As you exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand for lizard pose. Take a deep inhale to lift your chest forward. And then as you exhale, lower your back knee down to the floor. If your right knee wants to turn out to the side, just let your foot follow so that your knee is always pointing to the center of your foot. And you're welcome to stay there, or if you have your blocks, you can use your blocks to place your forearms down onto your blocks, or maybe no blocks and come down all the way onto your sticky mat. Allow for a little softness at the back of your heart. Allow for a smoother breath. Two more cycles here. So if you are on your hands, your forearms rather, on your next inhale, come back up onto your hands. Keep your right foot where it is. And as you exhale, come into half splits pose, Ardha Hanumanasana, by scooching your hips back. So your legs are not necessarily neutral. There's probably a little bit of external rotation in your right leg. Take an inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale to fold. You're welcome to breathe here, or inhale, lift your chest, and then as you exhale, keep your right foot out at like 1 or 2 o'clock and come into the splits in this wider version. So ensure that your lower back feels happy and free here. And just notice with the legs not in a neutral position how you may or may not be able to come deeper, but observe. And take 2 more deep breaths here. Dig your right heel into the floor, whether you're in half splits or moving into the fuller variation. From here, as you inhale, lift your hips. Come back into your lizard pose with your back knee to the floor, hands to the inside of your right foot. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee. Option 1 here. So we got a lot of options coming your way. Option 2, take your right hand and wiggle your right shoulder underneath your knee. Hug your inner thighs to the midline. And then you can walk your arms out to shoulder height and pause there. Squeeze your right knee onto your right upper arm. Maybe lift your hands and fly, or interlock your fingers at your lower back and breathe there. Or one more arm balance for you today. You're going to kind of rest your thigh on your right upper arm. Let your hands shoulder distance apart. Like that variation of the splits that you were just doing, start to inch your right foot away from you. Hug your elbows in. Then like in crow pose and side crow pose, kick your right heel forward, lift up from your left inner thigh, and breathe. If your feet are off the floor, bring them back down. If your hands were not on the floor, bring them back down and step to plank pose. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower your knees. Inhale, cow pose, lift your heart. Exhale, press your hips back, slide your hands forward. Inhale, roll and round up, squeeze your heels to your hips. Exhale, keep your chin in and lower your hips. Then inhale to lift your chest, squeeze your heels in, flex your feet. Exhale, Heart forward, hips back. Downward facing dog, lift your knees. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand and pause. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward. Breathe here, or bring your back knee to the floor. Breathe there, forearms come down onto your blocks, or onto your sticky mat. Smooth breath. Allow for a little softness at the back of your heart. Allow for a little more softness in your breath. And perhaps a little more softening in your heart. Last breath here. If you're on your forearms, inhale, slowly come back up. As you exhale, scoot your hips back, extend your left leg. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold in. You're welcome to stay here, digging your left heel into the floor, or keeping your legs wide so that your foot is probably coming out to 11 o'clock or so as you make your way into a variation on Hanumanasana. So it's almost like if you would think of, we didn't do this pose today, maybe next time, standing hand to foot, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, B variation where you take the leg out to the side. It's kind of like that. Can't do it all in 60 minutes, you know? 2 more breaths. Keep digging your left heel into the floor. And so this activity of the legs as you dig the heels in and tone the muscles of your legs. If you're going to move into the arm balance in a moment, it's that same sense of aliveness through your legs. So from here, start to bend your left foot, left leg rather. Take your hands to the inside of your left foot. Lift your back knee. Breathe here. Or cuddle your left shoulder underneath your left thigh. Take your arms out to shoulder height and then look forward. Hug your left knee onto your upper arm, and then you can fly your arms or look to take the bind at your lower back and breathe here. So it's a lot of legs hugging into the midline, no matter where you're going. And then if you are going to take the arm balance, as you rest your thigh on your left upper arm and your hands come to shoulder distance, you start to wiggle or scooch or slide your left foot further away, and then you kick it forward. Chaturanga arms, and then lift up from your right inner thigh. Breathe. If your feet are off the floor, place them back down. If your hands are off the floor, place them back down and step to plank pose. Pause here, take a breath in. Lower your knees to the floor, breathe out. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, extended child's pose. Slide your hands forward. Inhale, roll and round up. Last time, squeeze your heels to your hips. Then as you exhale, hips come down. Inhale, draw your heart forward, hug your shoulders back. 2 breaths here. So last time, keep squeezing your heels to your hips. Lift your chest. Belly to spine, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, flex your feet. Bring your toes to the floor. This time you're going to slide your fingers all the way to your knees. Lift your knees, have a seat, and extend your legs forward. And then just wiggle forward. Scoot your bum up. Reach your arms forward, breathe in. Roll onto your back, breathe out. Once you're down, release your arms alongside your body and walk your heels so that they are right underneath your knees. Lift your chin away from your chest. So one time, make it the best time. Bridge pose or wheel. Press down through your feet. Inhale, start to lift your hips. If you're coming into bridge pose, interlock your fingers underneath you. My friends, moving into wheel, excuse me. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Draw your shoulders down your back, and then as you inhale, move your arms to straight. Smooth breath. If you're in wheel pose, rise onto your tippy toes and tiptoe your way closer towards your hands. You may keep your heels lifted or place them back down. Another option, if you're in wheel pose, lift your heels and walk your feet away from you so that your legs can be straight. Another option. Whichever option you're in, keep pressing down through your feet. Hug your inner thighs to the midline. 2 more breaths. If you're in wheel pose, bring your chin to your chest, lower to your shoulders, and then slowly come on down. Once you're down, just be still. Don't move your feet, don't move your arms. Feel. Keep your left foot exactly where you have it. Inhale, take your right leg up, cross your right ankle on top of your thigh, then guide your left knee in a clear line to your left shoulder. Reach through the window of your legs. And keep a slight anterior tilt of your pelvis, so like all of those cow poses, so that there's a little bit of space at your lower back. You keep the natural curve of the lumbar spine. Let your shoulders be heavy, and I invite you to close your eyes and go back in. And just like when you started your practice, greet yourself, greet the breath, the body, the mind, and your heart. Perhaps draw your left knee a little closer in, and then slowly release. Uncross your legs, step your right foot down, send your left leg upwards. Cross your ankle on top of your thigh, and then reach through. And so as we slow and wind the practice down, again, notice if you're here, or did you check out somewhere and start to think about all the other things. So whatever you might do later in the afternoon or this evening, or maybe you're back in yesterday of whatever has happened. Come back. Your life is happening in the now, not in the yesterday or the tomorrow, but right here. Stay close to your breath. Like your breath is like a hand that reaches out to welcome you into the present moment. Guide your right knee in a little closer. And then slowly release, uncross your legs, hug your knees into your chest, and then stretch your legs up to the sky. We'll take a forward fold on your back. So maybe your hands will come to your thighs or to your calves, or you're gonna reach onto your feet. And then start to draw your legs closer into your body, and it's okay if your hips lift, so that you're balancing on the middle of your back. But allow your hips to move down towards the mat, but they probably won't touch. And take your elbows wide out to the side. So it's like a reclined Paschimottanasana. Let your breath get a little longer. And then slowly let your hips descend down towards the floor. Draw your knees into your chest. Bring your feet to the floor, Supta Baddha Konasana. Roll your shoulders underneath you. And let your palms rest on your belly. Wherever you are in the cycle of your breath, Exhale and empty it all out. Pull your belly in, empty even more. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And then smooth, deep breath in for 1. Inhale 2. Inhale 3. Keep breathing in. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, open your mouth, sigh it out, and let it all go. Keep your mouth closed, breathing through your nose. Inhale 1. Inhale 2. Inhale 3. Through your nose, exhale slowly 3. Exhale 2. Exhale 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Through your nose, exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 3. Exhale 2. Exhale 1. Last breath. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 3, 2, 1. And let your breath move into its natural rhythm. And you're welcome to remain in this shape. Keep your eyes closed. Stay as you are, or gently hug your knees into your chest. Let your arms cactus out to the side at shoulder height, and let your knees draw down towards the right as you gaze over your left shoulder. Gently extend your left hip away from your left shoulder as you breathe deeply into your left side body. With your belly drawing to your spine, inhale, pass your knees through center, and then exhale, take them over towards the left and look over your right shoulder. Encourage your right hip to move away from your shoulder so that your right side body becomes more spacious. And then keeping your knees exactly where they are, take a big circle as you stretch your right arm overhead and roll through the fetal position, and then press into your palms and make your way to a tall seat. Either kneeling or sitting cross-legged. Let your palms come onto your lap. And just take a moment here to be still. And lean into yourself. And take a good listen for the secret whispers of your heart. And for the whispers of your soul. Be open not only to your breath, but to receive those messages from deep within. that's what this practice is about. It's about connecting on the inside. On your next inhale, sit a little taller. As you exhale, place your right hand on your heart and then your left hand over top. And feel for the light of your heart beneath your hands. And hold yourself in this space. Take a big breath in and let it all go as you breathe out. Continue to hold yourself in the space of your heart as you step off of your mat and into the rest of your day. Thank you so much for your practice. Namaste.